Hey YouTube, it's Loshbaum here with my new Knicks My Team video for you. And I'm going up here in my second game of the 8th seed against Ant Nose. And let's see, he's got the typical team that you'd expect to see. JaVale, Chris Humphries is out there with Steve Novak holding it down. Marshawn Brooks. Never seen Richardson out there, but it's pretty predictable. I think this is going to be a three-point shootout. One of the things I need to work on as I'm in these lower seeds is playing smart basketball. And I've said it before in my videos and I'll say it again. In this game, I don't play smart basketball. And I'll let you be the judge of my mistakes. But they're going to be less forgiving in the higher seeds, so I need to get my practice on now. And with that, and considering that my opponents played a team that you've all seen before, and I've played many times, let's talk about what I think 2K can do to improve the My Team experience for next year. And I've got a lot of ideas. Some of them have been written up on the boards before, some of them haven't, and I want to share them with you. First thing you got to realize with all of these recommendations and ideas are that 2K is in business to make money. If they can make $20 off Microsoft points by, getting people to buy VC and buy packs or play this mode, play the salary of their team, they're going to be happy because they're making a profit off of that. So coming up with ideas that stop 2K from making money probably aren't going to work if it's something that 2K knows they can make money off of. So those ideas aren't that realistic. The other thing that people need to consider is that it takes a long time for these games to be developed. There's a product cycle, and we're here in the middle of June. I think that most of next year's game is being finalized. There's not too much more they can do to it. So all of the ways that they can implement changes have to be very minor in modification. They're not going to structurally remake the game. And also considering that we're probably in some of the final years of the 360 PS3 product cycle, and we're just beginning a new cycle with the next-gen platforms, there's not a lot that they're going to put in effort to change. So given that, here are my recommendations for the new My Team mode. And the first thing is have 2 tiers of a playoff structure. The road to the playoffs is good the way it is. It's kind of an anything goes mode, as I like to call it. You can have the most amazing team, you can have a theme team like mine, or you can have a bunch of scrubs out there like the guy I'm playing right now. But what if we had a level playing field sort of mentality where there was a salary limitation and people were given, let's say, given the way that the VC market works right now, I'd say something like 750 VC or 1,000 VC to put together a team. And that would force people to go with a lot of gold players with no SIG skills, or maybe just a lot of bronze players, some silver players with a lot of SIG skills. And that would determine people have choices to make and be faced with making tough decisions. Because if you look at Jordan's Bulls, one of the greatest teams of all time, or even the Celtics, not all of those teams are stacked with gold players. There's some bronze players in there. There's guys with not signature skills. So you got to realize that having a level playing field by VC helps increase competition, and I think that would be more exciting because some of the teams that you'll face will be much more diverse. So that's kind of the route I went with my Knicks team. With that, in a structured salary mode, I think that getting 250 VC for playing a game is a paltry amount of money. You should be able to get at least enough VC to buy a pack or something like that. Just think about it. If your salary was 0, you would still have to play 6 My Team games. That would take you about 3 or 4 hours just to be able to buy 1 gold pack, where you'd probably get the American Airlines arena. So I think we need to up the VC that you get per game. Additionally, I think there should be some sort of way that you can have a decision to quit, where just like in Madden, if your opponent is getting beat down, there are certain wickets he can meet. Let's say he's in the second half of the game down by 10 or so. He can ask to quit, and you can either accept or reject that. And with that, both players get the VC for playing the game. Next year, I think that the signature skills need to be either less powerful or much rarer to get. There are some SIG skills that change the game. I think that shot creator, finisher, and acrobat are all overpowered, and not that there's no place in the game for that. I just feel that they should be either less powerful or much rarer to get, like almost a gold player. and that would force people to make tough decisions as to where to put those 6 skills on their players. I also think we should be able to take 6 skills off of players. It shouldn't be that you put a 6 skill on a guy and then you have to get rid of him and then buy him again just to get that 6 skill off of him. Another thing that would be really cool is if we could carry over players from one year's game to the next. So imagine if they said, hey, you can carry 3 players over from this year's My Team to next year's My Team. How cool would that be? I personally would take Sean Kemp and AI with me. And those are just some suggestions. I got more I'll drop in a future video, but you can see my opponent's going to quit there. I didn't really play that well, but I do have my 2 wins.